My name is Lakshmi Shenoy, and I'm thrilled to be back to give you an update on the work of what was formerly the Tampa Bay Innovation Hub and is now Embarc Collective. Just to set the stage of where we were when we last met on this stage, I had been in Tampa Bay for less than 2 months. I could barely find my way to Amalie Arena. But during the talk, I shared a high-level vision for how we could create a physical innovation hub that would create a central landing zone for the Tampa Bay startup community. And I outlined a point of view that we're better when we build together in a collaborative way, something I've called the big tent. And from there, we just got to work. We met and listened to the opinions and needs voiced by entrepreneurs, corporate customers, investors, educators, and other support organizations. Over 500 conversations, to be exact. Let me tell you, that is a lot of coffee. And we put out a community survey where we received responses from 300 people so that we could quantify and prioritize startup needs in our community. To put it bluntly, we did not build in a vacuum. All of those points of view told us that the community is incredibly supportive, but entrepreneurs still need a few things. One, they need storytellers, so that people outside this region know of the high-growth companies coming out of Tampa Bay. That's why a launch of Tampa Bay Inno is such a big deal to this community. Two, we need access to talent. We need to be able to find the people that will take our startups to the next level. Talent creates momentum, it captures the attention of customers and capital, and great talent helps milestones happen. And three, we need access to a community to support and motivate our entrepreneurs, especially given how lonely entrepreneurship can be. So from there, we created a vision that together, we can make Tampa Bay a prime destination for startup talent to make an impact. The plan included not only space, but also resources and a team to support the individual needs of startups. Why do we need a physical space? Because a physical space creates an important sense of place, critical for a region that is as big as ours. We need to make it easy to pinpoint where do I find like-minded entrepreneurial people like myself. One place is, of course, the Synapse Summit. But where can you go the rest of the year? A physical space creates a community that holds you accountable, the community that knows what you're doing and where you need to go. Did you close on that pilot? Was my feedback helpful? Did you resolve that issue with the contractor you brought on board? Congrats on the new hire. The community is there for you during the good and the bad. Finally, a physical space creates visual density. You want to recruit somebody from, let's say, Chicago to your team. When they see 50 other companies that are in the same physical footprint as your team, they know a lot is happening in Tampa Bay. At Embarc Collective, we measure our success by people. To what extent are we able to attract, retain, and develop great startup talent in the Tampa Bay area? We've been sharing this plan with as many people in the community as we could reach, and we're continually getting great feedback, and we've iterated to get to where we are today. So from there, we created a brand. So when we last met at Synapse in 2018, I told you that Tampa Bay Innovation Hub was a working name. We put great thought into getting the name Embarc Collective. Embarc because startups are embarking on a journey. Collective because it takes all of us. This organization is not about one person, one team, one point of view. This organization is for all of you. A community of entrepreneurs and a community to support entrepreneurs so that those entrepreneurs' success stories can help put Tampa Bay on the map. They can be the ones to demonstrate that Tampa Bay is a great place to build a company. Our visual brand gives nod to a few things that are important to us. Forward movement, the visuals you'll see, the bricks move upward. They kind of are staggered because entrepreneurship is not always linear. A nod to the bricks of our physical space will be in the District 3 building, which you'll note is filled with bricks. And a cleverly hidden reference to our name, Embarc Collective, because the bricks show an abstract E and C. From there, we built a team. And any entrepreneur knows that building a strong team is really hard. And I'll be honest, my standards to be a part of the Embarc Collective team are incredibly high. But I can tell you without a doubt, I've never worked with such competent, hardworking, ambitious members of the Embarc Collective team. Everyone on our team has been in the startup trenches and is motivated by your startup success. On our team, each member has to not only be able to serve in their role at Embarc Collective, they also need to be able to use their skill set to help the startup membership that will be at Embarc Collective. That means getting into the weeds with them on how to measure KPIs or how to develop an effective announcement strategy when you have got news to share. In that way, Embarc Collective operates less like a traditional incubator or accelerator and more like a platform team that you would find in a venture firm. We find ways to support companies in the portfolio that are customized to the needs of the company. But unlike a venture fund, we don't take an equity stake in your business. We're just here to help. Along the way, when you put together a team of doers, they can't help themselves but get to work. So here are several things that we've accomplished to date since moving down to Tampa Bay on February 1st, 2018. We've developed partnerships with over 30 organizations from around the world to ensure that Tampa Bay startups have access to as many resources as possible to help their businesses grow. The community survey showed us that people don't know where to find startup jobs in Tampa Bay. So we aggregated all of the regional startup jobs on the website, tampabaystartupjobs.com. If you are job seeking, if you are thinking about being job seeking, make sure that you bookmark that site because we are pulling from every startup in the region to make sure that we've got all active jobs that are available. And we're sending that link not only to people locally, but people outside of our community as well. We've brought on in-house recruiting support to be able to help our founders one-on-one to understand their talent needs, but also help them with hiring senior talent and bringing on advisory board members. This person has already gotten to work with the companies who want to be a part of Embarc Collective. And we started telling the stories of founders here through a weekly founder profile, which is found on the Weekly Collective, which is Embarc Collective's newsletter. And if you're not subscribed to the newsletter, it comes out on Thursday, so make sure you subscribe ahead of that on the Embarc Collective website. So everyone wants to know about the space. And with the help of the team at Crayer Barna, we've invested a tremendous amount to ensure that we are embodying a vision of creating a first-class, state-of-the-art space, not only for member companies to thrive, but also for all of you. Embarc Collective will do its part to elevate the profile of the Tampa Bay startup community. The space itself is 32,000 square feet, and with spaces for startups to collaborate and do focused work in private suites, we've got large and small format event spaces for the community to host events on the topics of entrepreneurship, innovation, and technology. And it's going to open soon, and it's an ambitious and exciting vision. The contractors tell me so every day when we argue about the timing, but I can't wait for you to experience it. We went from a vision to a defined organization with a strong strategy, a team, demonstrable traction, and clear goals for the road ahead. It's everything we would expect out of a startup we'd work with at Embarc Collective. Our team has started working with the companies who have been accepted to Embarc Collective even before the space opens up later this year. The exact date will be announced shortly. Startups can be a part of the Embarc Collective community through a nomination process, which can be found on the Embarc Collective website. But fast forward to a year from now. that's when we'll be able to report metrics. Metrics that talk about how we've positively impacted the people of this community and how our collective work has helped to attract, retain, and develop great startup talent in Tampa Bay. But until then, stay tuned. This is for all of you, all of us, so let us know how we can help. Thank you.